Hello everybody, BWA owner, founder, and president Chris Bomber, and it is my sad duty to shoot an online video rebuttal to One Black GOP. And excuse me, I apologize if I don't seem too enthused over this, but I was expecting a lot more from Black GOP. I was expecting a lot better. But like most politicians, things aren't what they seem. There's a lot of misdirection. There's a lot of yelling and screaming, distractions. There's not a whole lot of substance in the things that you had to say. But you said some truths. Earlier this year, Daddy had a drug problem. Now Daddy's fine. Now Daddy's running the company correctly. You seem to think you're the only one that counts numbers. You talked about YouTube counts, YouTube views. Okay. You sit there and claim that the highest watched match of all time. You said that towards the end, but at the beginning you didn't. Anyway, you said the highest rated match or viewed match of all time was Davey Crank and Ace Anderson. And you credited that to the fact that it was your 9/11 tribute. See, that's what I love about you politicians. You can suck the air of the BS that you're saying and just look like it doesn't even faze you. You think anybody believes that's why that is the highest viewed match from Road to Madness? Come on. 2 reasons why that's the #1 match. Number one, believe it or not, Davey Crank, pretty big underground following. Has a lot of people supporting him. A lot of people interested in seeing how he does in the BWA. A lot of views came from that. But number 2, and most importantly, it's because Ace Anderson lost to Davey Crank. Let's be real. That's why it's the most viewed, because nobody can believe it. But twist it as you will, sir. What else did you have to say in that video? Oh, yeah, that's right. You're an American city. It's your right to go to any city. You bash Baltimore over and over again. You even brought up the fact that you're from Pittsburgh and you bashed Pittsburgh to make some point. But it's clear to me why you would bash Pittsburgh and Baltimore. They're pretty much very similar cities. They were integral in the industrialization phase of the United States. The industry, shipping, steel mills, you name it, manufacturing. Those are all things in today's world, not to tell you, that don't matter so much anymore. So the cities are struggling. So, you being from D.C., Fairfax County, Northern Virginia, is D.C. You won't be living there if D.C. wasn't right there. What would you be doing? Anyway, come up from D.C. with the rest of the guys, discredit my city. And you are entitled to your free speech. Everybody is. You don't have to lecture me on what Americans are and aren't entitled to. Of course you have free speech. But just because you have free speech doesn't mean you're free. Free from the ramifications of what your free speech is. You're free to use your words, but you will be held accountable to what you say and do. Salesman, you ruined Undisputed? Yes, I'm mad that they ruined Undisputed. Hey, you weren't even there. But I got over it. The business is thriving. You allege I've run it into the ground, but really, things are booming. Upwards of 40 wrestlers, a few managers. All the money that I had lost fighting to get the company back from my brother in year 6. Everything's good. Everything's fine. And I've got my personal demons in order, and you can see I'm calm. I'm with it, you know. I would yell and scream in the past to make a point, but really, I'm showing you how calm you can be You don't have to drive home points and yell and scream like you do because your shit has no substance. I speak facts. I'm speaking facts to you. That's it, baby. You insult Papa Stone's plaques. You insult Damien, and your way to insult him is that he's a legend in my company. Yes, he's a legend, not as a manager. He's a legend for in-ring competition. He's a multiple-time world heavyweight champion, Eclipse match winner, Ascension tournament winner, United States champion, tag team champion. Been in some of the most grueling matches, some ladder matches. What are you talking about? I hope you know when you're spouting your politic bullshit, anyone with a brain can read right through it. So please spare us. Thank you. You try to throw it in my face that I stripped the Stones of the tag titles. No, they haven't forgotten. We've had conversations since then. But the fact of the thing is, Christopher Stone was gunning for the undisputed title, and as long as the commission kept screwing him out of those matches, I was going to give him rematches and do everything in my power to try to make sure he got a fair rematch. So with that, obviously, the tag team title rematch could never happen. Plus, Eric Stone has been gone for a couple months, if you haven't noticed. He's been off training. God help you all when he gets back. Last I checked, he's the last one to, without a doubt, cleanly defeat Jay Leo. So don't worry about my relationship with the Stone family. Don't try to drive a wedge in between anybody. It's the commission versus the rest of us. It's, New Gen. I got my bone to pick with New Gen, but today's not the video. Also, Ace Anderson, I'm going to slide away from GOP for 1 second to say something to Ace Anderson. He says that he's the undisputed champion. There's nothing I can do about it. Well, Ace, how about I do something right about it right now? You're stripped of the undisputed championship right now. You're no longer champion. How's that feel? So we'll have a battle royal at Ascension after the Ascension tournament, and whoever wins that battle royal is new BW undisputed champion. Heard it here first. Moving on, blah, 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 day one privilege, Buffalo ran the company to the ground. I already said it was not ran to the ground, and it's funny you would bring that up because Buffalo's the man who out-GM'd you, GOP. You had chaos, he had warfare, y'all drafted your own dudes, and he destroyed you. And he beat you so badly and soundly that you disappeared. Disappeared. Wasn't even there for the battleground match, like a coward. So, if Buffler's the type of character that can beat you what you're best at, your best ain't good enough, son. Is what it is. Yep. You said I didn't cut videos when my mayor and my president spoke about the riots in Baltimore, but I didn't vote for that mayor. I sure as hell didn't vote for that president. Don't know what you're getting at. I'm not talking about out-of-Fed stuff. I'm talking about in-Fed stuff. This is silly. I was expecting so much more. I've had better debates with my sock drawer, honestly. You say you can't start your own federation because you're so busy. You're the night shift supervisor at the Dulles Airport Denny's. Okay, congrats. You got an internet show, which are a dime a dozen. Okay, you have a live studio show. Congratulations. You blog. Oh, that's nice. Do you vlog too? Okay. You got any mixed CDs I can listen to? I mean, you're a happening guy, man. Real busy. You ain't got time to run your own Fed, so you're just going to take ours. You're going to challenge me and take over my Fed. Please. Here's the thing you don't understand. You'd like to run the BEWA. Hell, I'd love to own the Ravens or the Orioles. But the Orioles and the Ravens aren't for sale, and the BEWA isn't for sale. I'm the owner. Yeah, the president's the official title, but I'm the owner. There's no election coming up in November. You can't rig the polls like you might have for Road to Madness. No one's going to vote you over me. There's nothing you can do. You know, if you don't want to work here anymore, you don't have to. I'm not going anywhere. I'm the president. That's the way there is. There's no election. There's no prayer for you to ever run this company. You're just a manager in a stable that already has a manager. 2 managers in a stable. Go figure, man. Crank's Highest View Radio. We've had women's matches with over 1,000 hits, Daddy. Do your homework. Disappointing. Wow. Well, thought I would have more, but that's about it. Oh, P.S. Ace, I was kidding. You're not stripped. But let that serve as a warning to you. Don't fuck with me. I don't care if the commission does what it does. It's entertaining. You know? It is what it is. As long as fans are showing up and wrestlers are wrestling and everything's going well and the money's coming in, we're good. But on the other hand, don't step too far. So that's the end. There is no DC Baltimore war. There's nothing. We get back to wrestling. That's it. This is over. I appreciate it. Black GOP, thought you'd have better. I mean, you sounded good. Your delivery was good. Your delivery was good. And my delivery in this video was terrible. I was stumbling over words. I said some words wrong. My delivery was terrible. But my content was undeniable. That's what you need to learn. Style over substance ain't the way it goes. Daddy out.